Turn 4. So actually I lost the sound of this recording, probably because the microphone was connected but not activated on OBS. So I'm doing the recording again like 2 months later, so sorry if the comments are not perfect. So I get out of the underground and saw this Halfling Village. And then I decided to take it immediately because if I take it, I can migrate it in one turn because it's less than 15 hexes from my throne. Whereas if I try to just do quests and stuff for it, it will take a lot of time to get it as vassal. And then absorbing it would not make much sense, because it would take 4 turns, whereas migrating it would take 1 turn, and it would also increase my race happiness as a goblin and decrease my alignment, which will later lead me to get some empire happiness bonus. So on the ground I've got this spot, and I didn't do the fight at the gold mine because my troops were too injured, so I went directly, and it was some Tigrants, and Tigrants are difficult. So I went directly above, and here you've got the Goblin outpost, which is also very close. So it's a bit strange on this map that I have 2 cities that close to me, really close actually. So yeah, obviously I'm going to migrate them to Goblin, and then later on I will try to do quests for the Goblin outpost on the ground and get it as a vassal. So my Theocrat and my leader level up both during this turn, and my leader reached level 2, my Theocrat level 3. So you can see here there is some kind of rapids on the north, and I expect it to continue here, so I will try to explore. Next turn I'm going to do the Great Farm to get some free units. I'm not going to do the Flora Quarry because it's clearly too difficult, especially with 2 T3 and probably some Conceal units. So this turn I cast Transform to Destruction node, which gives me +5 mana and +5 knowledge compared to a normal node. So actually the pop-up is wrong here. And I'm finishing the Builder's Hall. So I plan to do more Destruction node later on, because it gives actually +6 mana, +6 research. And yeah, so against so I'll level up, and for my upgrade I'm going to take Natural Resistance because it gives +1 resistance to my stack, and as a level 2 upgrade that's probably the best, because the other upgrades are not that good. Blight or Spirit or Frost Resistance, it's not really useful in the short term. I would like to be level 5 and have Befriend Animal, but I'm only level 2 at this point, so, and I don't think it's worth waiting to get level 5 to do this Great Farm, especially since I have a very small army now. So for my Theocrats, I'm thinking about Divine Channeling, even though I have very low mana, but I've got a good income, because he has Instant Wrath and Smith, and it will allow me to cast 2 instead of 1. So that's quite a big difference, and I will use him as a support and not as the main stack leader with the buffs. So even though I don't have Slayer's Dart yet, I think it's worth taking the casting points for now, and probably Slayer's Dart later, because Slayer's Dart is actually one of the best spell for Theocrat, especially as a support hero for the leader. So let's check the fight against the Halfling city. So it was 4 versus 5, with 5 Halfling defenders, and the Halfling defenders, they have Lesser Mighty Meek on the balance mode, which means they do +1 damage per tier difference in average, so it can be more actually. So against hero they do +2, and against my Tier 2 Warg Rider they do +1. So I have to be cautious not to let my heroes be attacked by the Halflings directly, otherwise it's a lot of damage. So I'm trying to split them, and that's actually the only way I can win this fight, because they have more units, so I cannot go just attack them frontally. And I cast Instant Wrath on my Warg Rider, and I hope to use it to do a lot of damage to them attacking me and taking damage. So I need it's turn 4 already, and I need them to attack me, otherwise it would be a draw if there is no damage for 5 turns. So actually it's turn 5 now, and so that worked. They did some damage to my Marauder, and I also removed the Throw Chicken from the Halfling Farmer, and now he will not have it anymore. So now I'm trying to move away with my Marauder to avoid being killed, and I'm trying to position myself in a way that the Halfling Jester is going to attack me on the Warg Rider, and then I'm able to hit him with my ranged damage to kill it. But actually I didn't calculate the positioning very well, and I was not able to kill it as I wanted, because here my leader strikes only twice, and then I have to put my Halfling Theocrat too close to the next Jester. And so after that you see that my Theocrat takes 26 damage, and especially 18 physical damage, because first because he has physical weakness, and then also because it's +2 damage per channel, so it's +2 fire, +2 physical, because of Lesser Mighty Meek. So then I retreat and I heal myself, and I position again my Warg so that the Jester takes some damage from the Instant Wrath. And I'm trying to move back my Marauder toward them so that some of the units move away from me and go toward the Marauder, but it doesn't work exactly. So then I change strategy and I try to split them the other way around. So I send my hero and my leader toward the Marauder, and the Warg back on the right, so that my main army is on the left and the split is on the right. And the advantage also is that the Marauder is a T1, so it doesn't have the +1 damage on the Halfling Jester. So I managed to split them, 2 units on one side, 2 units on the other side, so that's good. I can deal with them 3 versus 2. And then I position the Marauder so that the Jester will probably attack it, but actually it doesn't. I'm not sure, I don't remember exactly if I think the positioning was good. I think it's just, I don't know why it didn't attack. So then I destroyed the wall to provide a good line of sight against the Halfling. And I see that actually I cannot kill it, so I retreat to avoid taking double damage. I mean damage with 2 units, and then I take a lot of damage on my leader, again because of the Lesser Mighty Meek. But that's good because my leader was full health, so I can take some damage. Then I finish the Jester, and I move back to not being attacked by the farmer, and I try to bring back the other units toward my Warg. Now I don't know why the farmer goes toward my Warg. It's a bit strange. So at this point they start to get out of the wall, and I bait the Jester with the Marauder, but actually it ends up with 2 HP because the Jester is doing a critical. Then I killed the Jester, and after that it's quite obvious I have no more ranged units. So that's it for this turn.